Hi Libra. Wow, look what flipped out. Love it. Welcome Libra. It's my pleasure to read for you, per the usual. But you don't have to be a Libra or have any significant Libran placements to have this reading be for you. You know how it goes. This is a collective reading. So if it resonates, then chances are it's for you. If it doesn't resonate, I would take a step back, live a little, and then come back and then see what lines up for you. But either way, God bless you. You're awesome. And any messages that are for you can come through anything. The side of a bus, a cute little ant crawling on a tree. That's just how energy works. That being said, if you'd like to work more personally with me and you choose to have me be a vessel through which your messages can come, please go ahead and you know where to find me, my Etsy page. Now, Libra, let's jump in. I'm actually rushing now because I want to get this in under 15 minutes so it fits on Instagram. The limitations. That being said, Libra, I love it. It's like I just went like that. But as I went like that, I just got like, it's magic, but at the same time, it's theft. What's happening here? What? Oh, look at this magic. Yeah, what is this? I don't even know what that is. Is that theft coming in? It almost feels like if you have been experiencing moments where it's like, wow, I've got this great idea, or wow, this person comes in, or wow, I got this, blah, blah, and then all of a sudden it just disappears as if taken from you. And that could also be mood. If you're feeling really great all of a sudden, then boom, something happens, the bottom drops out, and now you're back in your grief. Please understand that Spirit is saying you haven't lost anything. You haven't lost anything. They're saying what you're actually experiencing, and I'm seeing the letter B there for whatever reason, what you're actually experiencing is flickers. You're being flickered in and out of realities. So let's put a story to it. We're always putting stories to things, because that's what we do as humans. But one way that you can look at that flickering in and out is like, wow, Spirit is giving me insight into what I can have, what I can be, what I can do. Thank you, God, for the view, right? So what if you choose to look at it like, oh, I'm being blessed with vision. I'm being blessed with prophetic word. I'm being blessed by the opening of the skies. Whatever you want to say, God is giving me insight into something to work towards. Sometimes we're out here like, God, throw me a bone. Throw me a bone. That's usually what it sounds like. God, throw me a bone. God. Right? Sounds like that. And some people may have a Lieutenant Dan moment, and do you, right? But the point is, what if that's the answer? What if the answer is like, hey, are you seeing it? Boop. Are you seeing it? Hey, we sent it. Did you catch it? They're sending us things all the time. Are you seeing it? Are you catching it? Now, you may hold it against Spirit for not sending you answers, but actually from a cute little energy healing perspective, and I say this when I look at my own patterning as well, my bad, I do the same thing as you guys, but from the perspective of an energy healer, hey, they're out here, they're giving you the rope, they're like, catch it. You're like, sometimes you don't even see the rope being thrown. Why? Because you're not opening your energy field in the right way. You may be imbibing substances, over-consuming food, over-consuming you may not even be over-consuming, but you may be consuming the lower frequency of TV, of the news. Dear God, don't get me started on that. So ask yourself, and all sorts of stuff. You may be surrounding yourself with lower frequencies in the form of people, places, things, situations, ideas. Spirit is saying you have to understand that you are the one who needs to make that decision. So if you wake up today and you make it simple, today I choose to hear the divine. If it is your decision from a conscious mind perspective, I choose, and that's the power that we have down here, I choose to make today or this moment or this hour, God, you've got an hour? No, but you want to give it a little bit more time. I choose to make this the day where I listen. Then that doesn't just mean I'm just going to listen. No, that means I'm going to structure my activities. I'm going to make my ideology malleable for today. Mean I'm going to soften and just allow. You have to put those kinds of things in place. So if you're somebody who knows that you cannot connect properly if you're at your workplace today, or if you're doing certain activities, guess what you need to do to create the conditions to receive? Take the day off. But I can't take the day off. find some way to do something. The point is, if this message is for you and you're kind of like, oh man, I feel it, yeah, I'm kind of feeling it in my bones right now, in my shoulder, right? For somebody in my abdomen, for somebody in my throat, for somebody in the back of my head. If you're feeling this, whoever you are in the back of the head, I'm also feeling a lot of quote unquote genius energy wanting to come in at the crown, just letting you know. So you've got to see your way. That's where the occipital lobe is. You got to see your way into this. So start creating the conditions. Here's the lesson here, the message here. Create the conditions to receive what? Your insight through whatever means. But the point is, put yourself in the pathway of receiving. So that's one reason why you may be experiencing this flickering, right? The flickering is God's trying to give you and show you, what if the flickering isn't on their side? They're like, here it is. Here's what you should do. But you're experiencing it like, I'm here and then I'm not. I'm here, I'm not. Oh, I did this, it fell apart. I can't hold the frequency. That's an inside job, is all I was saying. But you can choose to look at this properly. Now here we are going back to another level of the field, mental and emotional. How are you choosing to see this? And this is why optimists will usually win out over a pessimist, because pessimistically speaking, you're just closing doors. It's like, thanks for coming, here's your validation, go on. Optimists leave a door open somewhere, right? And so choose to see that you're receiving the information. But if you're not getting it in a constant and consistent stream, understand that it's not ever going to be a problem with the sender. If you're praying to the divine and that's who you're calling this in from, it's going to be an invitation to inquiry. What am I doing to create the energetic conditions for me to receive information? Am I going into stillness? Stillness is coming in for a lot of us right now. I just want to mention that. Am I going into stillness? Am I creating distance between energetic frequencies that will pull me down or close me off to hearing? It may just be temporarily, right? Am I structuring the needs of my body, giving myself sleep, intermittent fasting, if that's for me, or changing my diet from sharp cheddar, potato chips, oddly specific, to certain other foods, right? Am I over consuming dairy, which I know is going to block my third eye, because that's just how it works, right? So you have to understand, what are you doing? That's you. Okay, now let's look at another way that you can choose to look at it. You can choose, and we kind of covered it, you can choose to look at it like, Spirit's sending me stuff, but no, they're not sending me stuff. I can't stand God. God doesn't talk. I've been praying and I'm frustrated because they're not, I'm just going to stop you there. That's not it. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye to that policy and that ideology. That's false ideology. You're not seeing straight. The next ideology, you may say, I know God's trying to send it to me, but this person keeps blocking it. Every time I get something good, this person comes in. I'm going to stop you right there. It's not true. That person, place, thing, situation, idea, that form that keeps blocking and coming between you and the divine is a reflection of you. Of what? Your inner saboteur, your conditioning, your unprocessed wounds, your unmet needs, your inner child saying hello, right? So the point I'm trying to say is it always comes back down to you. Common denominator. When we start to speak of things like you being the common denominator, you being the agent of your own reality, you being a sovereign being, everyone likes to hear the word sovereign. Yeah, I'm a sovereign creator, I'm this, that, but no one likes to understand how deep that goes, because in order to really get a better view of how your agency creates the physical reality around you, you must drop out of the mindset, the conscious mindset, and get into deeper levels of understanding about how energy moves. Long and short, you're a sovereign being. It is your God-given gift to be sovereign. You are unconditionally loved, and your sovereignty is so respected and so well respected by Source, by the divine, that you are allowed to dream yourself right into a heinous reality. You are allowed to choose which lifetime and, the experiences in it beforehand. You are creating this reality. Now, you may not, from a conscious mind perspective, share this ideology, because then you when you're trying to come from that mindset, now you're going into discourse, right? The point of it at the end of the day is to start noticing where you are and noticing how you're being. Then notice from a grounded perspective, without the cognitive dissonance, how far are you from where you are noticing yourself to be and where it is that you say you would like to be. And even saying you would like to be, I want to be married. Why? Because I want to be happy. Why? Well, I think that happiness, comes in twos, and sometimes I come home late at night. Stop. What do you want? Love. That's it. When you pray for your optimal health and well-being, you're putting it out to the universe to understand that you're bringing to it only that which you can bring, which is a desire for an optimal reality. For whom? You. Not for your brother, not for your sister, not for the person across the street, for you. But you're laissez-faire, hands off with how that is going to be filled. So you're coming to the divine, to the universe, with the only thing you can control, which is the desire for joy, desire for happiness. Notice it's emotion we're going for. Desire for safety, desire to feel at home. We all know on the deepest level, it is just the desire to remember that you were never separated from God in the first place. So think of this as all a big old misunderstanding, but we're so deep in the belief that we've manifested physical reality that literally looks fragmented to the point that you operate in a quote-unquote world, dream space, that has billions of people, but we're all the same shards of the divine, right? But your perception is off, and that's why it's so off that some people get up and kill physically another person and have justifiable reason in the eyes of mainstream society. That's way off when it comes to the heart space and the reality of interdimensional, multidimensional perspective. Okay? But that being said, you bring to the universe the only thing you can control, which is your desire to what? Have joy and willingness at 12 minutes, 12 seconds. To that desire that is both informed but detached from the form of the outcome, you didn't ask your joy to be a new house or a person or a job. You didn't ask that because you know better. You know better. You just asked from the heart, and your cute little inner child hugging yourself. I would hug myself while I ask, right? Because that brings you into more of a somatic kind of whole kind of acknowledging self energy. And you ask for that. And the universe will hear that, and it will also hear your detachment to the outcome, and energies will start to shift. And now you will be put on the timeline, the pathways and the timelines that will lead to your optimal timelines and realities that what? Bring you joy and bliss and love and happiness, and bring you even that much closer to the unconditional love that is the truth that we just can no longer see from this level of experience, right? So today's message is, hey, having trouble seeing, don't believe in God, feeling kind of lost or not, or feeling yourself too much, whatever it is that your issue of perception is, please understand it is just that, your perception. And your way out of it, I just saw the key in my mind, your way out of it is to just ask for your optimal timelines, your optimal reality, and allow for that to come in. Create the conditions for the knowledge, for the people that will fill that timeline, for the jobs that will come in for you, while allowing for the things that are not a vibrational match to that stuff that you already do maybe to fall out of alignment. That being said, you also have to, is that it? I wanted to say something else. Oh, also have to respect the process. Respect the process. Respect the process. The process says, hey, you asked to get to Z. We're going to take you from A to Z, or wherever you are, G to Z. But let us determine the journey. So when they start saying you need to go to the gym, or you need to change jobs, you start to break down already. Or you need to get out of this connection. You start to break down already because it's too hard. But when you start to, give in to the fear and the toxicity that has kept you at that level, you're now obstructing your ability to move here. All right? Mwah. God bless you guys. You know where to find me. Bye.